Controller player!
Hello there.
Well, I finally figured out the problem. So in DaVinci, I realized that I had main one,
Controller player!
which is the reason why I got no sound, and the reason why I have it muted is because then it won't echo in the recording, hopefully. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say that my internet is down.
Oh God, please no! No!
The old lobby clip of me talking from my old video, so it looks very similar. It is similar, it's the same thing. How cars need to be switched back and competitive to the way they were before, or make them break much easier in competitive. In the solo cup today wasn't terrible. First time playing on mouse and keyboard in a tournament. Not bad. Do an entire voiceover because I didn't record audio through the video, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover after I get the whole thing edited.
What? Controller player!
Bad, then it should be okay, and then I'll overview the mistakes and the good things I did and the bad things I did in the tournament, and then I can highlight, and then I can learn. You can learn. It'll be great, honestly. So if you like the video, hit the like button. It'll help me out a lot. I want to try to get 6 likes on the video, and subscribe if you want to get notified. Alright, so I just ended up landing at my normal spot, which is on the top of Misty. So usually I'm landing there. Now I land by Steamy because they opened that up from when it was flooded. So now that's fine. I get W keyed right here. He gets a really nice shot on me. I should have tried to get out of the separate box. He takes my wall. I don't know how that edits like that, and then it edits the floor, and I'm dead. So then this one, I saw the guy took my rotation path and took one of the spots I go down to. I didn't realize until he started shooting. So he already knew I was there. My mistake here is where I should have tried to disengage from the fight, since he wanted to disengage as well, and I should have saw that. So me engaging further was not very smart at all, and that's how I lose. So right here I decided to make even a dumber play, which I would crash pad at the same direction as him, and I get beamed. I have no shield, so, and then I just lose to a mistake, of course. The next game, I land in the same spot. This is game 3. I take same loot path, except I don't get, of course, 50-50, and then this happens, of course. I crash pad away, honestly, and maybe I shouldn't even consider using crash pads, or if I do, disengaging further. Now he's starting to push me very hard. I fall down, don't know how, but it happens. I box up down here. Now my mistake right here, which really put me through rough, was that I should have placed a wall and then got out of my box. I had 500 extra brick, so for hard mats would have worked out pretty well. This one I just estimated where storm would be. That's usually, and then it actually was there. So there's a way to see where storm is. Now with the vehicles, this is what I want to go over in this video, is the vehicles take forever to break. Right there I hit it like 20 times, and I hit it like I literally hit it 20 times, and I only got 42 metal out of it, which you can't go in it anyway, so like you can't really break it very easily. This spot I just hide in here for a second because I want to see where storm goes, and so I don't need to box up, and I don't need to use any materials at all. Right here I go in a bush near Steamy, this is the game I found out that Steamy wasn't completely flooded. I know the water level did go down. I didn't realize it at the time, so which I just look in there. I see this person boxed up on the side, so I definitely don't want to go that way because he's definitely looking in that cone. So I go over here by this bush here, make it like nice and comfortable. Now, there's someone at the slurp truck just camping at that. There's someone at the gas station, and so I'm surrounded right now. And the problem is next zone right here, when it comes up, put it in there, right? Yep. I have to wait till this guy rotates first before I rotate, because it's going to be a miserable experience. You don't know if if he's going to start W keying or trying to grief if he sees you. So he might not have, but you never know. He was looking back, so it looks like he was trying to rotate. So I rotate after him, so I can use his old builds, so I don't have to use more mats. I switched to my metal right away. I don't know why I didn't necessarily need to put my own ramps there, but it's not a terrible mistake. This right here, I just built my box. This next is my rotation path, trying to look for more information around. I wasn't in a very good position here because there was a person on top of me and I was second high, but I couldn't use more mats because that would have been a waste. So I just was sitting here. Now, I heard this one guy behind me after it switches. I'm just looking to see if that's a good landing spot. But when I looked at my cone right here, I look behind me and I see that there's this one guy who's getting, server focused. So I take a part in that. I see they get RPG, then he got, other problems happening. So really unlucky, honestly. Should have rotated early if he was in that position, and I didn't get the kill because my aim on keyboard isn't the best. I get beamed, I think, by the same guy who got the other kid. I drop down all the way to my metal box, make sure the floor is healing. So I see him that he's coming down. I wanted to drop him in right away, and then I discovered that would have been an awful idea. So I tried to go out my side. It did not place my walls there at all, actually. So this guy, it didn't place my metal, it didn't place anything there. Very strange. Or well, not my metal, but my brick. But strange, very strange. He didn't place anything there. I think it was maybe the server lag, I'm not sure, but this, I go to the new landing spot, I pop off here, always looking, I just grab me more fish, because you can never have enough fish, really. Now, the problem which I did here was I definitely, rotated a little too late, which is fine, since Steamy Stacks is a good way to rotate out. Just that slow glider sometimes happens there, and it can really mess you up. And in this type of zone, it would have definitely messed me up pretty hard. Now I should have rotated on the right side. Like this guy, I don't know what his plan was or what he was trying to do. But he, I just don't understand. He wasn't thinking very well. Now I rotate on the left side, which would have been more congested, and that's kind of the downfall in this game, is that I definitely did not get on the dead side zone. So I did do something well here, though. I did not want to engage this person. I didn't have shield, and he didn't engage either, which was a smart move by him. Zone was pushing, and then we just decided both to rotate, showing that I do not want to fight by placing walls and going the opposite direction. Not teaming, smart rotating. I would have won the fight even if it did. There's no way he had that many heals, but I just didn't want to have to waste. This is how I see better in Storm. This right here is just turning your brightness all the way up on your PC or computer, whatever you're doing, and then turning your brightness on the in-game down to 80%, which it seems like contradicting, but for some reason makes it just a little easier to see through. As you can see, it'll pop up. You kind of have to look into the distance a little bit more, but you definitely can tell a small difference. Turn colorblind off helps too. That's what I have. I have colorblind off. This way, if I would have rotated up, I would have been in a very good position here. Right now, I am in a terrible position. it was just really congested where I landed. It's not good. This guy, I don't know, he didn't shoot at me right here. Maybe, I don't know what he was doing, but like he also just started, like, you know, you're not gonna, you know, get a significant amount of damage. Like, it's just a waste, you know, to just stand still like that and risk your game for meaningless tags. It's not like Storm Surge is a thing in this type of tournament. So if I would have went up to the north side of the map, of course I would have then had less congestion. I wanted to rotate through the it would have been the southwest side of the map. So, which would have made it much easier to rotate. Now, I did go up on this mountain, which was a terrible decision because it's open, very open, and I did have to use a lot of mats, and that's why I lost this game, is because I started a fight that was unnecessary. I could have let him rotate. I could have went a separate direction, but I didn't. Knowing I don't have the best aim on mouse, I don't have very good aim on mouse and keyboard, so I decided to fight him anyway. Now he doesn't get any tags on me. Right now I realize my mistake, and I see that a third party is going to be coming up pretty soon. Oh, there's a third party, so I block off that side, and then I try to take the zipline by crash padding into it, so I get more. So he's more worried about me, of course, than the guy pushing next to him, so, which I don't understand why. Pretty big tags. I can heal from that though, but I did use more healing than I needed to. Storm is now pushing. I ended up in the same exact position as I did last time, where Storm would have been pushing me. I could have late rotate, which would have given me a disadvantage in terms of getting into the next zone after that, but it would have given me an advantage to just get to zone in the first place. I do get tagged a few times, and then I get lasered by the guy in the bush here, which I know I'm not winning. I have no heals, so I kind of just give up at this point. I added that, and then I try to place a ramp there when he tries to get in my box, phases right through it, and ends up hitting me. Now, like with vehicles right now, the reason why they need to change it, like I've said this before, and I'll say it again, changing the way the vehicles work, right, will not only help the progress that like to get materials, because metal right now, like I would be very surprised if someone had max metal going into an end game now. Not because they use it, just because there's not enough to go around anymore, because cars used to be a very huge source, a very high source of metal, and now they've kind of gotten rid of that. And without, like, there's fences, of course, but you know, there's only such a limited of them, and you know, there's only a few spots where you can get a lot of metal. And cars used to give 60 to 70 metal per vehicle, so I threw this game away, really, at this point. I had a pepper, 3 minis, and 2 slurpfish. Very good RNG. I saw this guy land in the spot before I started pushing. I did not see him fishing on the left side, but that wasn't the downfall. You can actually see the fishing rod gleaming off the side right there. I did not see that. I see the guy right here when I go in the water. There I see him. I rush my shots, of course. Again, do not have the best AR, so I should have gotten closer. I do not reload my AR. That you'll see how that's a problem. I should have placed a wall there instead. I did do something right here though, was when I always watching the builds. Of course, when I drop down, I go swing into my pickaxe, which was not a good idea. I should have swung into my charge. side jump, try to get a better position on the guy. Hit him for 33, and in this situation, I should have not went into his box. I did not have enough AR ammo, and I should have just kept pressuring him. That's why I lost. No, that was absolutely deserved. Now, game 7, I landed the same spot. I landed the same spot. I got Zone and Slurpee. Or Steamy. Nothing interesting really. I rotated through the zip line. Went onto the power line and just sat up there on the pole. Nothing really special about that. The way I rotate here is I just take the crash pad and I just fling off the side, and then I use the cone to push me down so I'm not up in the air too long, which gave me a good rotate. I did use more mats than I needed to here in this situation. I could have used a lot less. Not as precise. Yes, I'm not using my box technique in this situation because I'm not as fast as I should be with it. It does take more time to set up, like I said, and that is one of the downsides. Now, right here was I pressured this one kid and see if he had any mobility. He did. He had a launch pad, which gave me a free rotate. Right now, that would have been very problematic, that rotate there, because I was on a very congested side of zone. I do get beamed, make sure I don't get server focused, so I go 2 boxes in so I have everything mine. This kid, I don't know what he's doing. He's pushing me. I try to box him in. He might be, I don't know if he's in there or so, I don't know. He does seem to disengage from the situation because he gets server focused. So, I start healing. This is when I start rotating. When it switches here. So I start rotating here. I crash pad up, crash pad again, and then I box up here. So I only have 200 mats. Not in a very good position here. I try to get tags on some kids just to see if they have shield. This kid just seems to like, really like his high ground a lot. I crash pad again. Go by the tree and try to hit it. Now, right here, I want to capitalize. Is this kid just ran through my wall? Let's go back. I just want to go back and show right there. Let's go 50% speed, actually. This kid right here, not even kidding. I hit the tree. I should have placed 2 walls there, so he couldn't have this. But he just walks right through it. I don't know what happened to game 8 and 9, and I'm not 100% sure. All I know is this is... I don't know if this is... Look at just the file is corrupted or something, but it is very, very glitchy, and the frames are freezing every few seconds when I'm watching this. I don't know if it's going to be the same in the video. If so, then just bear with it. I don't think it will be. I think it's just the playback. I try to build up. I hear this guy using a launch pad, which I end up using it. Because the kid was waiting way too long. He should have. So I thought, probably has a launch pad. So I take this. I place a ramp box up right here. Very simple. I make sure everything's mine. Now, the situation, I look at the kid and I see that I hit him for 102, and I W key right into his box. I end up getting the kill, getting a total of 50 points. Now, there's this one kid here. I hit him for a good amount of damage, and then I don't have a lot of mats, but I did have enough to box up again. Instead of going for the shot, I should have boxed him in. And I ended up with 499 here's the subscribe, here's the video, and I will talk to you in the next one.